Hello and welcome to yoga with me, Dustin. I appreciate you being here for the first upload. This channel is something I've been thinking about for a while now, and even though I've had some requests in public classes, I still found myself hesitating. So thank you to those people. You were more of a help than you know. And today we take action. We face our fears and we take the most important step, the next one. If there's anything in your life, maybe even yoga, that you've been scared to start, this practice is dedicated to trying. Shall we? We'll start in child's pose. So you can take the knees wide or keep them together. Sink the hips back towards the heels, walking the hands out, relaxing the forehead towards the mat. Taking a moment to feel into the body, to let the breath expand the back body, to let the breath land us here. Giving ourselves a few moments to arrive, to center in. On an inhale, reach the hands long and walk the hands over to the right side of the mat. Maybe coming off the mat, left hand comes on top. Relax the forehead back down to the mat. Feel into a side stretch on the left side of the body as we continue to root the hips back towards the heels. Breathe here. On an inhale, walk the hands over to the left, right hand on top. Sink the hips back, relax the forehead to the mat. 3 breaths, feeling into a side stretch in the right side body. On an inhale, we'll walk the hands back to middle and rise up to tabletop. Your hands and knees post. Take the fingers wide, about as wide as they can go. Wrists under the shoulders, knees beneath the hips, and zip up through the low belly, so the belly button zips to the spine. Press the ground away. Now tuck the toes and rock front to back, stretching into the forearms and the wrists and the backs of the feet. If you'd like to take a little pressure off the wrists, you can walk the hands closer to the knees. This will keep more weight in the core and less weight in the hands and wrists. Just going for a gentle wrist warm up here, something that I do in almost all my classes and all my practices. So rocking back and forth, getting into the bottoms of the feet as well as the hands and wrists. Any circles or organic movement that comes up, let it happen. And now we'll tuck the toes and sit back on the heels. Maybe give the pinky toes a little help. Stretching through the bottoms of the feet, shake out the wrists. I know this one can be intense. One more breath here. And we'll meet back in a neutral tabletop. You can untuck the toes, give them a little pat out if needed. We'll begin to wake up the spine with some cows and some cats. So on an inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart and the gaze forward, cow pose. Exhale, round through the back, tucking the pelvis, tucking chin to chest, cat pose. Inhale, belly drops, open up through the heart. Exhale, round the back, press the ground away. Inhale, belly drops, heart and gaze shine forward, cow pose. Exhale, rounding through the back, relax the head and neck, cat pose. Continue for a couple more, moving with your breath. We'll meet back in a neutral tabletop. Take the right leg out long, stretch into the calf, firm into the fingertips. Now firm into the top of the left foot. That's our base here. Root into the right hand and lift the right heel up, as well as the left hand. So opposite arm and leg here, reaching long, find length. Pausing here, zipping belly button to spine. On an exhale, elbow to knee, rounding through the back. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, round in. Last one. Inhale long. Exhale, round in. Finish long and strong. Find length. And set everything down to the mat. Firm the top of the right foot into the mat and send the left leg out long. Feel into a stretch in the calf and the back of the leg. Root into the hands and lift the left heel up as well as the right arm. Reach long. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee, rounding in. Inhale long. Exhale, round. Inhale long. Exhale, round in. Finish long and strong. Reach out. And then set everything down to the mat. Send the hips back towards the heels. Child's pose again. Give yourself a break. 3 breaths here. On an inhale, we'll rise up and find shoulders over the wrists. You can bring the knees back in to hip width. And then let the hips sink down as we open up through the chest for cobra pose. Use the core and send the hips all the way back towards the heels for child's pose. Inhale, shift forward, find cobra, open up through the chest and the shoulders as the hips sink down. And then round through the back as we find our child's pose. Moving back and forth. Always moving with the breath. Always moving slow and controlled. In yoga, we emphasize quality over quantity. And this can be a nice way to find a comfortable cobra. Next time you find yourself with shoulders over the wrist, press into the tops of the feet. Engage the core. Low belly zips in and up. Lift the knees. Upward facing dog. Set the knees back down. Send the hips back towards the heels. And try that again. Shifting forward. Open up through the chest and the shoulders. Engage the core. Knees lift. Upward facing dog. Set the knees down. Child's pose. Inhale, shift forward. Lift the knees for upward dog. Set the knees down. Growing on from here. Next time we have ourselves with shoulders over the wrists, open through the chest, knees lift for upward dog. Engage the core, send the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet. When you get there, you can bend the knees generously. Straighten into one leg and then the other. Relax the head and neck. And breathe. Strong fingertips here. Taking our time in our down dog. The sun has officially came out to greet us. It's just what I needed, a little bit of sweat. Let's find a moment of stillness in our down dog. Strong fingertips, big breath in here, and maybe sigh it out. Soften in the knees and take baby steps with the feet up to meet the hands. Forward fold at the top of the mat is where we'll meet. You can grab opposite elbows. You can take hands behind the head, tucking chin to chest. You can even take a really generous bend in the knees, bringing belly to the tops of the thighs. Hands can come to blocks if you have them, books, a water bottle, or the mat. Folding forward here. Breathing into the back body. Relaxing the crown of the head towards the mat. On an inhale, we'll lift up halfway. Belly button zips to spine. Feel into the stretch in the back of the legs. Exhale, release to forward fold. Soften through the knees. And inhale, slowly roll it up. Head and neck come last. Take some shoulder circles when you get there. And we'll all meet in Tadasana, mountain pose at the top of the mat. Take the toes wide, lift the toes, set them back down wide. Turn on the glutes, open up through the chest. One breath here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find a flat back. Exhale, release it to forward fold. We'll pause here for a breath. And on your next inhale, slowly roll it up. Arms and gaze reach up. Exhale, hands meet at the heart. That's our half salutation. We'll do one more. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find a flat back. Exhale, release it, and roll it up to standing. Hands meet at the heart. Release the hands by your side. We'll grow on. Modified surya namaskar or sun salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find a flat back. The right foot steps back. You can set the knee down, untuck the toes, and open up through the chest. This is a great place for blocks here under the hands to extend our reach. As we open up through the front of the right hip. Now frame the foot with the hands, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Left foot steps back to plank. One breath in. On an exhale, lower knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhale, root the hips. As we rise up for baby cobra, just like at the start of class. Exhale, release it, and send the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, right foot steps up between the hands. We open up through the chest. You can drop the left knee. Left hand will find the mat. Left foot steps up to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. And roll it up to standing. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands meet at the heart. Inhale, arms and gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Left foot steps back this time. Drop the knee, untuck the toes, open up through the chest. Now lift the back knee. Right foot steps back to meet the left, plank pose. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, lower knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhale, press lightly into the hands as we open up through the heart. Baby cobra. Exhale, send the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up when you get there. Exhale, left foot steps up. Open up through the chest. Right foot follows. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find a flat back. Exhale, release it. Inhale, roll it up to standing. Exhale, hands meet at the heart. Awesome work. Good job. Release the hands by your side. We'll pause here for 2 breaths. Moving on. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find a flat back. Right foot steps back. This time you can keep the knee lifted or you can set it down just like before, yogi's choice. Open up through the heart, either way. Now hands frame the foot. Left foot steps back to meet the right. 2 breaths this time in our plank. Stay for the second inhale. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale, open up through the heart. Low belly tucks in and up, baby cobra. Exhale, send the hips up and back for down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step right foot up. Left foot follows, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. And roll it up to standing. Right away, we'll swan dive, hinging at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Left foot steps back. You decide what you want to do with the knee. Open up through the heart. And then step the right foot back to meet the left. 2 breaths again. On an exhale, you can lower knees, chest, chin, or tuck the elbows towards the ribs, lowering down halfway to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, our upward facing dog is our back bend. Exhale, use the core, send the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Inhale the left foot up when you get there. Exhale, left foot steps up, right foot follows. Halfway lift on an inhale, release it, and roll it up to standing. Hands meet at the heart. 2 breaths in between again as we release the hands by our side. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find a flat back. Right foot steps back. Open up through the chest. Left foot follows. Shift the weight out in front. Exhale, halfway to chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, send the hips up and back for down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, right foot steps up between the hands. Left foot follows. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release it. And roll it up to standing. Last round. Right away, swan dive, hinging at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Left foot steps back. Open up through the chest. Right foot follows. Plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or halfway to chaturanga. Inhale, take your back bend. Exhale, use the core, send the hips up and back for down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, left foot steps up. Right foot follows. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale, release it. Inhale, roll it up to standing. Hands meet at the heart. Awesome work. Pausing here. Letting things slow back down. You can release the hands by your side. We'll turn to face the side of the mat and take the legs really wide. Toes slightly pointed in. Press into the outside edge, the knife edge of both feet, and engage the inner thighs. So we want to grow tall through the spine and the mid-body with a strong base. You decide the width that works best for you today. From here, hinge forward and relax the crown of the head towards the mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Taking some time to breathe. Taking this as a little reward. Allowing ourselves to settle. On an inhale, we'll rise back up to standing. Heel toe the feet in. We'll want them about mat's width. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands meet at the heart and sink the hips back and down for yoga squat. Engage the core here. You can use a block beneath the bum, especially if you find yourself falling backwards. Use the elbows to open up the knees and breathe. I know it's tough, and that's okay. If you're right here, opening up through the hips, sending the bum back, using the core, that's just fine. We can be in sort of an active squat, and over time, gain a little space. Awesome work. Let's find ourselves all the way down to the bum. Use your hands to help yourself out. And take your time, be safe getting there. Bring both soles of the feet together and take the knees wide. Grow tall through the crown of the head and through the spine. From here, walk the hands forward, or you can even use the toes as a little leverage to pull the front body out in front of the hips, hinging at the hips, bound angle. Use the breath to help relax the front of the hips a little more. Send the breath to the back body. Awesome work. Rising up on an inhale. We'll find ourselves lengthwise on the mat. If you're not already there, take hands to the backs of the thighs and slowly roll yourself all the way down to the back. Reach for the backs of the heels with the fingertips. So we want the fingertips to almost graze the heels. Open up through the chest, open up through the shoulders, hands find the mat or a pine cone next to you. Root into the feet, root into the shoulders, so triceps are kind of pressing into the mat or the floor beneath us. Big inhale here, and lift the hips up towards the sky for bridge pose. Breathing here in our bridge. On an exhale, we'll lower the spine all the way down to the mat. Pause for one breath in between, and then we'll do that again. Inhale, firm into the feet, strong glutes, strong inner thighs. We lift the hips up towards the sky, bridge pose. 3 breaths here. Hang with me here, you can do it. On an exhale, roll the spine down to the mat. Last one, 1 breath in between. You got this. Firm the backs of the shoulders and the arms into the mat. Firm the feet into the mat. Inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky. Bridge pose. Opening up through the front body. As we work through the glutes even more. See if you can lift the hips up even higher for this last one. And then exhale, lower everything to the mat. Awesome work. You can drop the knees over to one side, taking windshield wipers here. Use the hands to help. And then hug the knees to the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. And take some rocks side to side, front to back. Or take some circles with the knees, giving the low back a little massage. You may even whisper to yourself, good job. Good job. From here, both soles of the feet will find the mat, and we'll drop the knees over to the left side. Right arm extends out perpendicular, and we open up through the chest. Head and neck can follow out to the right. Supine twist. Breathe deep into the side body, the back body, and do your best to relax into the twist. We'll be here for a little longer. Letting the body open up. Letting things slow down as we head towards the end of our practice. To come out of the twist, we'll roll onto our back. Both soles of the feet find the mat. Pause here in half shavasana for a breath. You can hug the knees to the chest again if you'd like. Just giving the spine a second to neutralize. And whenever you're ready, whenever the spine feels ready, drop the knees over to the right side. Left arm extends out long. Supine twist on the other side. Do the best you can to relax through the side body, through the face, and through the neck. To come out of the twist, rolling onto the back. Both soles of the feet find the mat. Go ahead and give the knees a big squeeze again. From here you can take happy baby, bringing hands to the backs of the thighs as we open up through the hips. Hands can also come to the shins or even the outsides of the feet if you're really open. Give yourself a little bit of time here. You can straighten into one leg and then the other. Allowing the back of the hips as well as the shoulders to relax into the mat in our happy baby. If yoga squat was difficult earlier, then this is a great pose to work on. Each night before you go to bed, you can do a little happy baby. Over time, the body opens up. And lastly, from here, extend the legs long. Let the toes splay open to the sides. Arms rest comfortably alongside the body. Feel free to take up space here. Open up through the chest. Make yourself comfortable. Shavasana, our final pose. I'll be here to bring you back. Do your best to relax, to surrender, and enjoy as the effects of the practice soak into the body. From here, take a big full inhale and a long, slow exhale. A few more of those as we begin to wake up the body with some gentle movements in the fingers and the toes, the wrists and ankles. You can hug the knees into the chest again or reach long out overhead, taking a nice good morning stretch. From there, you can roll onto one side, make a little pillow for the head, pausing here for a breath or two. And eventually, no rush, we'll all meet in an upright, seated position. Take your time getting there. And when you do, close down the eyes if you're comfortable, bringing both hands to the heart. Taking a few slow and conscious breaths here to finish our practice. Noticing the effects of the practice on the body and the mind. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. I hope this is the first of many. Namaste.